Had a slight delay, didn't we?
Yeah, something, dog. What's going on with you, killer?
Hey, nothing much, play. What's going on?
Man, nothing, man, nothing. Sitting here on this beautiful day, doing some housework, man. Pressure
Oh, yeah.
washing the driveway, trying to get the island right for summertime, dog.
Nah, I call that cardio. Nah, it's gonna be a good one, man. I'm kind of glad we're doing this episode because I feel like, well, there's multiple things that's gonna be covered in this episode, but I feel like you kind of did something that just happened and then kind of went unnoticed. Like nobody talking about what you just did. Like I feel like if it was somebody else, it would have got blown up way past or way more. But we're gonna get to the announcement first. So we got a special guest coming on. As y'all know, we call him repeat offender. So you already know who the promoter of the Captain's Cup is. We're gonna go ahead and bring him to the stage first. What's going on, Mr. Harris?
And what's going on, fellas? And
What's going on, bruh?
popping. Shout out to that man right there, man. They're doing big business, popping out early, man. Wow. That's all I want to say, first of all. Hey, congratulations, my brother.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it for sure.
So we had a call, or Marcus gave us a call and said he wanted to make an announcement for the people who don't know. So we've been holding this close to chest. You know, nobody know about what's about to be said, except probably the two promoters, right? The two people that's at the promoting table. Let us know your announcement and what went into your announcement.
Do we need a
What
drum roll
decision?
first? The build up?
Let's go. Ready? Let's go.
All right, man. The cat is out the bag right now, this second. I need not a little bit. I need every single one of them. All of my men's physique, OCB pros. Man, get yourself ready for March 2026 at the Captain's Cup because we bringing men's physique to the OCB Captain's Cup 2026 added to the pro division.
About freaking time, dude.
Yeah.
Freaking time.
Yeah. And I appreciate it. And it's been a long time coming. The state of Florida is blowing up in the OCB. We got shows. We got like 5 different shows. Actually, one is this coming weekend at the Treasure Coast. So we are promoting, we are gathering, we are making a bunch of pros, and we need multiple opportunities out here. So we're gonna answer the call. We need multiple opportunities in the state of Florida for our pros to compete. We got one that's a solid show already in Tampa Natural that happens in November. But we got to stretch out, man. The state of Florida is big, man. There's a lot of us down here. So, man, we decided to add men's physique pro division to the OCB Captain's Cup. To the OCB.
Absolutely, dude. I just want to say I'm surprised it took you this long to do this. That was one of my things whenever you said you was first offering a pro class, and I think it was wellness. I was like, dude, why don't you do men's physique? Like, you are men's physique. It only makes sense for you to have a men's physique pro show. And now you finally got it. So once again, congratulations to you and your wife. That's major news, man.
Man, I appreciate it, man. And man, everything is a little strategy, right? So you know how the basic principles of supply and demand work, right? So you understand because you do the pucks, right? You got those Frenchies, and you understand how like people be wanting them Frenchies so bad, and then when the litter come, and then boom, you got it for them, and they go right. So that's part of it. So we just bubbled the pot for a couple of years. That was it. Shout out to our wellness pros who've been doing a thing in the support for the OCB Captain's Cup the last couple of years. Now, this isn't, just to let everybody know as well, we are not swapping men's physique for our wellness pro class. We are adding it to, So
okay.
The cash payout was $3,000, and now the cash payout is going to be $6,000. So we're going to have $6,000 in payouts at the OCB Captain's Cup, and it's just the beginning. So
see, I'm glad you made that clarification because I thought you were swapping them out. So if you are a wellness pro, you can still come out in March, collect the check, and now for all you guys like E that like to sit on the sideline, y'all can pop out early. Pop out early at the Captain's Cup and collect the check. I love it, man.
Well, all I got to say is typically the big dogs don't come out to the end, but you got people out there setting the trend right now, you know, who will pop up anywhere at any time. They might write anything just to mix it all up. So, you know, I'm just going with the trend, bro. I just go with the trends that's happening. So this is
I
it.
love that. What you got,
I was
E?
about to say first and foremost, I thought I had a contractual obligation to join this live stream again. I'm just saying, so I might have to pass that offer up. But I mean, I think this is dope, and I just want to give you major kudos because there's been a lot of conversations behind or off the scenes, and like I said, our very first conversation outside of the stage was if we wanted to change the sport, we got to do it ourselves. We got to take initiative. We got to do it ourselves. We had this conversation over wings. You was talking about, yeah, I'm thinking about the promoter thing. I was talking about the same exact way. And I think what you're doing with this show, not only have you produced a product for the past 2 years that's growing, you're showing people its quality, and then you're also putting money back into these athletes' pockets by letting them come compete at your show, especially wellness, especially men's physique. So hats off to you. I'll take it off. I gotta get an egg up, but hats off to you, brother, because you're really doing it right now.
And I appreciate it. And I can say, man, like, you know, I'll often spin my wheels like, why is the show, you know, successful? How do we put the butts in the seat? Because, you know, both of you have been a part of the Captain's Cup, man. It's really like one of those type of deals where I don't know about you all, but I haven't been to a lot of shows just in general that's just packing the house, like putting those butts in the seat. So before I take all the credit, man, I think that the state of Florida is great. I think that we're in a great city that attracts a lot of athletes. I feel as though the weather, we were just talking about weather. I believe the weather for March is beautiful, and I feel like that is more so what's been driving the success of the show, man. We just got the right timing, and people love to pop out in Florida in the springtime because, I mean, what better place is it to be, you know? So, I don't know. I just know I just taking these waves and just rolling with them, man. Keeping investing back into the show, having people show up, spoil them, man. We in there, man. So I know you're not coming to compete right now. We say that, but anything can change. I understand. I know able athletes, so man, we want to spoil them all. We don't get the top dog, Eric. We get the next best thing. Which you got top dogs on your team too. So man, they all invited, bro.
Nah, I love it, love it. So you have anything else, and or give us the date again, and then that way we can definitely blow this up. Make sure that next year's Captain Cups is record breaking for men's physique and wellness. So give us that date again.
Man, Captain's Cup 2026, March 16th. That's March 16th, 2026. So it's on, man. We got new venue coming out. You know, our last venue, as you guys have been there. Last venue, we were just blowing up the seats, man. Simple as that. So we're gonna have a lot more seats this time. So we're going to an even bigger venue. This is the third venue we've outgrown. That's what's happening. So this is where we at, man. New venue, new space. So we ready, man. We ready to rock and roll, man. We ready for it. We getting ready for. We making wait room and wait for more pros. So going to the top, man. I hope
Man,
to
I
see it.
love it. I love it, man. That's major right there. Major.
But I appreciate
Gotcha.
you all letting me on to the platform, man, to at least announce this production that we got going on, and man, let's get that word out there and make it shake, baby. We got like 10 months, and the best time to start advertising and promoting and start booking on your calendar is right now. So let's get it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, and I don't you can stick around if you want to if you don't got nothing else to do.
Hey, I'll hang up. Ooh, I'm kicking it.
Hey.
It's
Yeah.
Friday.
All right.
It's Friday, bro.
Gotcha. Well, we'll prompt it straight on to what the second topic of the episode is. The second topic is the Magnum Muscle review recap. So, of course, what we was talking about at the top of the hour was a two-time Yorton Cup champion decided to pop out, step out, and I guess prove that he's still him or show people he's still him. You know what I mean? So, Jamal, what went into your planning? Because not only did you do this show, you also did Tampa last year, which, you know, usually someone that wins a big championship show, they usually don't compete early. They'll wait a whole year, or someone who's competed at the highest of levels, they wait. They don't go, as we say, play at the smaller shows. So what it went into your mindset not to only do Tampa, but to also do the Magnum Muscle?
First and foremost, people think I did them two shows to qualify for the Yorton Cup for this year. I qualified for the Yorton Cup at the Yorton Cup last year. Um, but as far as doing Tampa last year, man, I keep my word. I told the promoter, I was like, hey, I'm gonna do one of your shows, eventually. So I just felt like it was a great opportunity to go ahead and hop into Tampa. Um, Coming off, the loss at Yorton, I wanted to end the year on a good note. So that's why I did Tampa, and rolling into Magnum Muscle. Jackie and Magnum are awesome people, and I'm just trying to support the people or support the promoters that do a great job in this sport. Um, Earlier in the year, it's hard to get good quality pros at your show. So I'm just trying to change that narrative a little bit. If you're a good promoter and you're doing your thing, um, I'm gonna try my hardest to come support you because tomorrow's not promised. Anything can happen. So I just want to give it my all while I can. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to support the people that do a great job at putting on these shows, man. That's basically it.
You got any questions for him, Marcus?
Man, I ain't got no questions. I just got a comment, man. I'm just saying, hey, a lot of people take note, man. Take note because this show speaks volumes of the love and support that a lot of the top guys have for the sport. So, not everybody's gonna come out early because they, it's all about their strategy or whatever. But if you're a top pro and you're hungry, as Jamal said, it's an investment and it's giving back to the sport to kind of pop up, at
He
This
always
happens
having
every time.
technical
He's a busy man.
difficulties. Always.
I'm gonna see if he pops back in, but he doesn't. I definitely have something else, or I'll go ahead and say it. I feel like the trend of competing is waves, right? It goes
Right.
from first it was, hey, I'm gonna do 5 or 6 shows. I'm gonna show everybody this, and then it turned into, oh no, I'm gonna hide until these shows or do this until these shows, and then it turned into, you may be resetting the trend of like people popping out and just doing more shows. So the thing is, the question that I got, because I know the question that I got is the question that I have for you is, are you done, or are you going to pop out some more?
Right now, had a conversation with my coach, and I think we're just going to settle down into the Yorton. That's the big one. Everybody know what happened last year. I still got a sour taste in my mouth about that. So I think we're in a great position to ride this thing out and just wait until the Yorton to get back on stage. Another thing is, it happened to me last year. You're in prep. I done 2 shows well, 3 shows, but prior to the Yorton, I done the presidential. But in that, I was in prep for a while. You know what I'm saying? And to be in prep for that long and just to walk away with $1,500, that didn't sit right with me either, man. Because I'm dishing all this money out, and I'm dishing all this time and sacrifices, and just to walk away with $1,500. Plus, they tax that money, so it's like, yo, like, nah. So I'm gonna make it worth it for sure.
Gotcha. And I did see the lineup. I saw pictures of the lineup, and I think even for that lineup, it was a pretty good lineup, as you said early in the year. I think the top 3 really stood out. Even what it was, it 6 or 7 guys.
I think it was 6, if I'm not mistaken. It was
Yeah,
6.
so 6 guys early in the year. That's a really good turnout. I'm excited to see
Absolutely.
what No Gear brings, especially for men's physique bodybuilding and classic, because all 3 of those classes last year was really big. So we hoping that what happens next year is people show up to Captain's Cup, people show up to the Immortal Muscle, and then No Gear, because that means people will start getting into shape earlier in the year. And it might turn up the competition, because I feel like with all these 100 pro shows, people gonna have to pick and choose and plan wisely on what shows they want to go to.
I like what you said. You said, man, picking up that competition, and that's essentially what it is all year round. And I think having guys like Jamal pop up to these early shows and other bit dogs, like the competition you had was pretty stiff. It put some pretty good stiff competition up there, quality physique. So I feel like if more of that starts to happen, man, the stages are gonna get just better across the board. So, man, kudos. This is motivating a lot of the other guys that's sitting on the sideline. A lot of people try to say tune-up shows as if it's a bad thing. Tune-up show doesn't mean you coming in halftime. It just means you getting some stuff done before the main event. So it's not like I'm coming in at any significant percent lower. Like obviously Jamal won, so he got a lot of respect for the athlete. So it's not like he's slacking and coming in 80%. Like, oh, I'm just tuning up. No, man, we take tune up serious too. So that's what mode we in a lot of the time. You sit on that sideline, cold, and you try to wait till the big dance. Don't be surprised if these boys out here getting tuned up, they come in a little bit more ready. So I like the strategy, man.
No, absolutely, and you hit it right on the head, man. I just think a lot of people wait until like the last minute to try to pop out. Um, Prime example, I use Derek as an example. Last year, Derek had a run, man. He done what, like 5 or 6 shows. So every show, guess what? His confidence was building and building and building, and eventually he won the cup. So, like I said, I'm just trying to change the trend a little bit. Support the promoters that do a great job at this sport, and just um make early in the year more competitive and more fun. Because me and Eric had that conversation a couple of weeks ago. We was like, "Is bodybuilding boring?" It's not boring. There's just too many shows and everything is spread out. But I think if the top competitors start coming out to these, I'm not gonna say smaller pro shows, but to the pro shows earlier in the year, I think that will bring intensity and the fun back into this natural bodybuilding realm.
I like where you're
Yeah.
going with that.
Yeah, I'm about to say the same thing. Like even with and I just want to go right back, touch back on that tune-up thing. We had the episode 2 years ago about tune-ups and warm-up shows. Y'all keep playing around with these warm-up shows and y'all run into somebody who pop out early. Y'all better bring y'all A game. Like I feel like it's one of those things. Like people always say, "Oh, I want to test the waters at this show. I want to test the waters at this show." Like, nah, y'all better go to these early shows and, like you said, gain that confidence. Go against good quality people. Like I think even at Immortal Muscle, which me and Jamal both were at, we both judged that show. Like the level of competition was even across the board. Like it was a super super tight show. And then, like I said, I hate when people be like, "Oh man, I could have placed here or won here." Like, nah, you couldn't have because you didn't show up. You weren't ready,
Right.
so you can't say you would have won there. So I think the thing with Jamal, what he did was is like he one of the true people who could say like, "Nah, I could have won that show because he showed up and did it." So don't sit at home and be like, "Oh, I didn't know Jamal was doing the show. I would have did it." No, you should have just done it if you really wanted Jamal. Like the thing is, you can't set your motivation on somebody else or who's doing the show. You just got to pop up and do it. And that's what I appreciate about Jamal. Jamal didn't know what the numbers would look like at this show when he first signed up, but he showed up and he handled business.
Bro, and I did announce it like I think 2 weeks prior to this show. Like I just went completely silent on them on IG. You know what I'm saying? Like this year, bro, I'm in a different headspace. I'm in my own little bubble, bro. Cause I seen how people can be when you take that crash, and I want that shit to stay far away from me this year, bro. So I'm just moving in silence this year, dog, and that's that, man. Like I don't need the fake love. I don't need the fake support. Stay the fuck away from me, and that's real. If you not a real supporter, a real friend, stay the fuck away from me. Stay out my inbox saying congratulations, all that shit, and that's real. That's real.
Just your maturity talking, man. That's it. And a lot of times, sometimes when we first get into the sport, we link in with a lot of people until you figure out, what's what, and then you make your adjustments and you get
Yeah.
into comfortable. So, we're not comfortable, but you know what I mean. You get a clearer vision. But kudos, man. Good for you, man.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, but overall, man, the show was A1. Like I said, Jackie Magnum, great promoters. Man, the Florida show was great. It was just all around a great experience, man. I was on the road back home. I got back home early enough so I can eat me some junk food. So it was great.
Hey man, I just see, man, I'm motivated because what I see is one more step closer to the Captain's Cup. I'm sorry, the Yorton Cup. One step closer to the Yorton Cup, and just you're able to hit that fine tune. So if any athlete is out there, if you got another top athlete that's fine tuning in your head, you thinking, well, I need to fine tune as well. So I think one of the best
Hmm.
fine tune is staying next to people who in go mode. Because if you getting yourself ready, you're not in go mode. You don't know what's out there. You're not being tested. So um, I don't know. I'm motivated. I'm motivated to get tested right now. And again, we know the ultimate goal is the Yorton Cup. You going on a 3-time. Um, I'm going on a 2-time. No pun around here. It's all love. But I love
Both
it.
of y'all guys, you trying to go for it 2 times. A matter of fact, let's switch it over to you guys real quick. What's y'all mentality like? Like just knowing that both of y'all are trying to accomplish this thing that's never been done before. Nobody has won men's physique twice yet, and like everybody know this year, it's a chance for it to be done. So how do both of y'all guys just deal with that mentally?
I want to beat Eric, man. Straight up. I want to beat him just as much as he wants to beat me. That's how I feel. And I don't even want to say this out in words, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Because I got so much love for the sport, and we've been back and forth so much, and a lot of the other guys too. Everybody's included in this, not just E, but let the best man win, bro. This man happens if he got the cojones to beat me on that day, he gonna receive his flowers, man. And I expect the same way the other way, but I still want to take his head off and everybody else that's up there. That's my stance.
How about you, E? You've been out the game for what, a year now? You took the year off, so you coming back this year?
Hey, the thing
So
about bodybuilding, I ain't been out the game, bruh. I ain't been out the game. I'm always around the game.
okay.
So I think the thing is, I mean, you've seen some improvements happen. The people who's truly out the game is the people who actually put the weights down, who put the diet down completely and ain't improving. I've been working. So I mean, the first question is just like, how do we feel? Like, somebody got to do it, right? That's how I feel about it. And the way I feel about that is, why not me, right? But other than that, like, I feel like it's, as long as it's quality competition, as long as it's solid competition, I feel like whoever comes out on top, they're gonna deserve it on that day. Because I mean, I wouldn't want anything less than 100% from any of those guys. So I ain't gonna proclaim it, be like, yeah, I'm going to win, or nah. I'm showing up to win. Like, that's what it's gonna look like when I unroll. I'm showing up to win. But of course, we already know once we get in from those judges, it's outside of our hands. Uh, I know that sounds politically correct, but that's truly how I feel. Like I said, this year, there ain't no pressure on any of us. Like, everybody try to say, oh, who they gotta win. Like, we don't gotta do anything. Like, to be honest, because we don't control the outcome. But I'm gonna show up ready, and I expect every single last other person on that stage to show up ready. Because if you ain't showing up ready for the men's physique Yorton this year, just don't show up. Just being honest.
Yeah, man, I'm glad you said that because I feel the same way, bro. Like I feel light as a feather going into it this year. I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose. So man, I feel light as a freaking feather going into the Yorton this year.
Yeah, there's no pressure on any one of us. Like, everybody's trying to say, oh, the first two time, but like, the thing is, there's no pressure on us. My whole thing is, if I have fun with this crap this year, like, I'm having fun right now. Like, so if I have fun on stage, if I
Mhm.
have fun through the experience, the rest of it's gonna take care of itself, whether that's first, second, or third. Like I said, I could honestly say I did 5 Yortons. Two of them was really bad places, and the other two I was runner up in first place. So, but I also never placed outside the top 7. So I never placed outside. I made it the last call out. I mean, the call outs every time. So if I continue that trend, and I told you what I said the other day, like, my whole thing is progress over placings. If I get better this year, hey, you ain't gonna deny me a placing. So what we talking about?
Man, we sound like some old dogs over here, man. We sound like some old dogs, but I love this because this is. I hope a lot of the people who are just coming in, or people who got a little bit of experience, is able to witness this conversation that we're having right now. Because I want everybody to know, you could say this better than anybody. Jamal, you too. We couldn't have had this conversation 3 years ago.
Nah.
No, no.
But I also think, I think this is the most important thing. Like, just to be honest, I feel like there's so many personas that's out there that says that you have to be this rambunctious or you have to talk this crap to win. Like, we saw Bud and Errol Spence have a friendly banter all the way up into a fight. Like, the thing is, we could be respectful to each other without saying some wild stuff to build ourselves up. Like we said, at the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day, on that Sunday, there's gonna be a New York Cup champion for 2026. It could be a returning one or it could be a new one. At the end of the day, but all this talk up into the show
gonna be a returning one. I tell you that right now. I'm sorry,
but with that being said, all that talk going up into the show, like people talking about, oh, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. And then you don't show up, that means nothing. You just talk fluff for all these months. So I'm just not willing to do that. Like, I don't have to, like I said, at this point, I think 3 years ago we was talking about what we're gonna do. But we already done stuff now. So what's the point of us talking about what we already done? So it's about, hey, this is what's coming up. So,
and I think going back to what both y'all just said, like 3 years ago, I think that was us coming in being, I'm not gonna say being new, but being hungry and the attention, like we fed into the attention, right? Like we wanted to make names for ourselves. And I think once you grow in this sport and get that maturity, it's like, bro, I'm good, man. I'm not about to go back and forth with nobody. Like, hey, bro, you got it. If you want to sit here and talk all that, hey, you got it, bro. I'll just see you on Saturday. And the 6 or 7 people down there, they're going to make that decision for us. And at the end of the day, there's nothing we can do when they make that decision. So
the noise is like a barking dog. Like, man, that dog over that way, barking. Good night.
Hey, at the end of the day, y'all, especially with the thing that we're talking about, and this is the confident side, not the cocky side. At the end of the day, somebody can say they're better than me, but there's only 6 of us that got one of these things behind me in men's physique. So you can be better than me today, you can be better than me tomorrow, but until you beat me on that stage or until you get one of those, it's just like, especially if you compete in the OCB, respectfully. Like, I respect every competitor, but it's almost like you can say you're better than me, but only 6 of us got one of those. For Jamal, only 3 people got one of the ones that for him. So people can talk all day and say they're better than him, but it's like, if you compete in this organization where it's almost like if you compete in the IFBB and you don't have an Olympia, you can't say you're better than this Olympian. You can be better than that man on that day or whatever, but you have to beat that guy. So until you beat that guy, you can't say you got one of those things. And as simple as that.
What he said. That's all right.
what he said.
Hey, man, this episode ran longer than I thought, but hey, this was a great conversation. Hey, Marcus, once again, give us that date again for the Captain's Cup next year.
March 16th. Jot it down. March 16th. Jot it down. Saturday, 2026, baby.
And you're going to have 2 of the best on the mic doing the commentary.
Already.
And I think I already got one committed to that show. So we will see.
My God.
So with that being said, guys, until next time, peace.
Peace.